Intro music. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
Good
wait,
evening.
wait, wait. Sorry, I'm just noticing I might need my
Your
hair.
roots done?
Yeah.
Okay. You mean to say that after all these years, I'm just realizing that it's not natural? It's a dye job,
It's
baby?
a
Oh
dye
my
job.
gosh, you got me. Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and God bless you. I am Ian. This is my lovely wife.
Rachel.
We are a big family life in the Simpson family home, and 4Fs with the Simpson family. The 4Fs representing faith, family, food, and fitness. Faith, because we believe we can do all things through Him who loves us. Family, because aside from God, there is nothing and no one more important on this earth. Food, because food is medicine. And fitness, because we believe that overall wellness can be achieved and maintained by pursuing and maintaining a strong mind, soul, and body. Hence, for us to manifest your best life by grace under God. This is Real Talk, and tonight's topic is
Connecting.
connecting. What are we talking about here, my love? Are we talking about like Connect 4? What are we talking about?
For me, it's connecting is just maintaining those relationships with the people you surround yourself with.
Okay.
Also connecting you're connecting with your loved ones, and then connecting with yourself. I think that would be your main is connecting with yourself
Right.
first. Because it seems like now we may have a lot of time to do that. We don't have so many activities to go to
Sure.
work,
Well said.
after school. So you have a lot of sort of downtime. So that gives you the ability to just kind of connect with yourself and somewhat unwind. Maybe pick up a new hobby,
Sure.
a new interest.
Right. Are we borderline self-care?
Yes,
Okay, go.
yes.
Go.
So
Let's
it's
go
just, yeah, no, for me, it's just like getting a little comfy. And,
Please do.
the self-care piece is like, it's important, especially now.
Good evening. God bless you.
And I'm not sure who our viewers on our other platform is.
These apps over here. Until
yeah.
you check in with us, we can't see you. Like on the apps over here, we can see individual viewers. Like for instance, Marcus. Good evening. God bless you. Thanks for stopping in. And we can see that Mega. Thank you for stopping in. Good. God bless you. And we can see that we have two because this is a multi-stream app that's managing two different applications for us. We can see that we have viewers. However, we can't see a name. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, and I wanted to say that, I guess they're gone, but it was
It's
what I was so worried about is that because yesterday we didn't see until after that I guess there was conversation on your end,
Right.
however, we didn't see it.
We missed that for whatever reason. The app was buggy and it didn't register that. And usually it's very good. And that was a first actually.
Yeah.
So I think my wife wanted to apologize for that.
So-
Good evening, Pop. How are you? God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. Missed you.
And so yeah, like the whole self-care piece is like, what do you guys actually do to take care of yourself?
Right.
What is your what do you do? Like, is it, for me, like I don't take baths. I bath, but I do
She
bathe.
bathe.
I do bathe.
She's a
However,
shower gal.
I'm a shower gal.
Facts. Oh, we are blessed and highly favored. Thank you so much for asking. Don't forget tomorrow's Friday, TGIF. We're going to be doing albums.
Yes.
Oh, God bless you. Thank you so much for your kind words. We appreciate you so much. We just try to live a God-centered life. We try to live a God-centered life. And thank you. God bless you. And tomorrow, TJIF on Real Talk will be doing albums from I think the 70s on.
70s on,
Yeah.
and then we like to just kind of
Have fun. Yeah.
We bring the kids in. They like
Sure.
to do karaoke.
Absolutely.
Karaoke and who's that fellow behind you? That it was a find from
Yeah.
a garage sale
Yeah.
a couple of years back.
That is right. He's a set. He's a fisherman, And he's standing here. I think he's on a break, and he from a big fish. I think this is some kind of marlin here because it's got the spearhead in there, and his and this some of the detail is gone. I had it outside because I loved it so much. I didn't want, and we spend a lot of time outside. So I'm thinking about getting it cleaned up. And he has a partner who is a miner, and he's standing there on a break smoking a pipe with an axe, and yeah, we're pretty fond of them.
I like the distressed look of him.
He's really weather worn though. I want to get him refinished, maybe revarnished or something. I don't know. I'll look into it. Disco.
The other one, are you a daycare?
Oh gosh, no. I need a place to store my kids. You know what? God bless you. You know what? God bless you, because you know the fact that you would say that you would see us and not know anything about us and feel that you could entrust your children to us. I mean, you know, maybe you can see the God in us. God bless you. God bless you. No, we're a blended family of 10, and yeah, and he is very chill.
I'm just wondering if there's something wrong with this. However, I want to check in with Noah and see if he's able to go on his Facebook and.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where is the big guy? I don't think so. I thought that the stream was going through fine.
I don't know.
I need to place Hey, Chris. I need a place to store my wife. God bless you, Chris. Thanks for stopping in. You know, it's always a pleasure to when you're here with us. It just makes it that much more fun and engaging. We love gadgets, right? And Hey, Carla. Carla says, "Can you see me?" Thank you, Carla, for checking in. God bless you. We can't see you. I don't know what's going on with the app. However, you're here, so God bless you. However, now I see you. Now I see you.
Yeah, now
okay.
I see you.
And so, on the news. Hello, God bless you. On the news. What's on the news? What's on the news, May? What's on the news? Maybe 12V. What's on the news? Let me see. Did I miss something? No, I don't think so. So I grew up watching shows like Get Smart, and the coolest thing, like for me, the coolest thing on that show was when he took off his shoe and pulled up the antenna and he started talking into the shoe, and I was just like a kid. I'm like, oh, a shoe phone, the coolest thing ever. And so we like gadgets, we like tech. Only for now, yes, absolutely, Carla. Yeah, right now it says we got you though. God bless you. Thanks for stopping in. We like gadgets, we like tech, and so she has this phone this watch that she can talk to. She's got she's got the iPhone, and I have the Samsung. I have the dad version.
Oh boy.
It was her birthday the other day, so that's yeah. And however, it's cool because you can talk to it. Like, I mean, and it reminds me of my youth, where you Get Smart with the shoe, and we just like gadgets. It's just yeah. I mean,
they're fun for like a week, and then
it's just a watch. Mrs. Bond. Hey, do you remember Heart to Heart? Do you remember Heart to Heart? That, and because when they met, driving along on the highway there beside the ocean, and Mr. and Mrs. Hart, and it's like when they met, it was murder. Da-na, and driving in the 2-seater with the rag top, Heart to Heart. Does anybody remember that? Like, oh yes, Chris, I love you. I knew I could count on you. I freaking knew it. Oh. Love that, Chris. Thank you. See, yes, I have memories from my childhood, and it just, trauma will do that. Some of them I just don't know if they're real. Go, baby.
I know it's just it's interesting because it's like, for you find it, they pop in into your mind. The tunes, like once you have something, it's like
it's mine forever.
Yeah, and Carla remembers Heart to Heart.
Oh yes, bless you. Was it not great? Like, I mean, TV back in the 80s. I mean, come on, man. TV back in the 80s was good. Like, I mean, Fall Guy, the $6 million, $6 million dollar man. Like, when I grew up, I wanted to be him. And it's like, and I wanted to run like that. Steve Austin.
Was it in slow motion?
Yeah. It was like, I mean, I think that there was maybe more creativity. There was maybe more. I think, you know, somewhere along the line, it just became about shock value.
Yeah.
It just became about seemingly desensitizing the masses to stuff that really, in my generation, just wouldn't have been considered acceptable. You know? I mean, it is what it is, right or wrong, whatever, good or ill, whatever, it is what it is. That's just, it just seems that it just took a really sharp turn at one point.
No, do it again. No, and that's it. No, and the connection piece, like I was talking about the whole, you know, connecting with yourself. And so it's like finding what you actually like. So
I liked TV as a child.
yeah. And the funny thing is I can't even get him to watch TV with me now.
I'm TV'd out.
Yeah.
I'm TV'd out, man. Equalizer, great. Met him. The Equalizer, not Denzel Washington, the Equalizer from TV. Met him when I worked on the train. Seemed like they were millionaires. And when they met, it was murder. Yeah, Robert Wagner. Great pull, Chris. Yes, that was Robert Wagner. That's the name of the actor. Black hair, very suave looking, debonair, apart, I believe, on the left side. And I don't remember the name of the female. However, yeah, they were millionaires. He was the millionaire, and yeah, she was a millionaire. And then they came together, and when they met, it was murder because they started solving murder mysteries together and stuff like that. Right, and Magnum PI was right around that time too. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, TV seemed to be much more creative back then. And I met the Equalizer. Seemed like a great guy. Met him on the train when I worked on the train and cooked his meals. Go, baby.
Yeah, no, and that's I guess that's the beauty of connecting with yourself, because either you're connecting with those old memories, and, you know, like the ones that you're fond of.
Jennifer Hart.
And then now it's...
Hi, cousin Di.
Oh, she's here.
Yeah, she checked in. Cousin Di, heart to heart. Yes, it was heart to heart, spelled H-A-R-T, not spelled conventionally H-E. Stephanie Powers. Chris says Stephanie Powers was Jennifer Hart's name. Sorry, baby girl.
Yeah, I've never even heard of them.
It was a great show. I mean, yeah, I don't know, whatever.
I'll find reruns.
No, I haven't
No?
seen them. I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, it would be cool to look up like $6 Million Man reruns, you know? Go, baby, yeah, connections, connecting.
And so, yeah, connecting is like also what are you doing to feed those connections?
Right.
Especially yourself. Like, are you journaling? Are you... Because I'm talking about that free time that we have now. Because of how life is at the moment.
Right.
But the one thing that I love that we actually do together is we connect with all of you.
Right? Our community.
And this is
God bless you.
Yeah, this is like, okay, 8 o'clock, we're here, and it's sometimes like, yeah, we have something we want to speak to, whatever's on our heart, whatever, you know, we're going through. But recently it's like, sometimes we just go where everybody goes.
Yeah, like, I mean, that's, oh my gosh, I just started journaling. Hi, Jody, God bless you. We missed you yesterday. It's like, I just started journaling. Well, that's why you were away yesterday. You started journaling, eh?
She messaged me, sorry,
okay.
I didn't tell you.
No, you told her, but you didn't tell me. I guess you were probably out there watching somebody else's cast.
Oh, wow. and then
God bless you. We love and appreciate you guys.
12:2.
Romans 12:2. Okay, hold on.
And yeah, and it's funny because I was like messaging her 6 o'clock this morning, and I don't know why I was up so early.
Yeah.
Never, she said. What is it?
Humble service in the body of Christ. No, 2 is do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approach what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. Thank you for that, beloved. It's actually in my study Bible. It's one of the passages that are underlined. So yeah. I got the study Bible, weathered and worn, and post-it marks and written in, and then I got my good Bible, the show Bible. When I go to church, I take that. When I go to church, I take this Steve Austin, the $6 Million Man. And I take the show Bible, but at home here, God is good. Go, baby. Sorry.
No, what has, if anybody's willing to share, what have you guys started, within this last year that you didn't have the time for, but now you've had this free time,
right?
Something that, you were wanting to do for many years, but now it's like, oh, I'll get it done. Or, try something new, or is there...
I'll start.
Putting your hand up?
Yeah. Is that... No? Sorry. I'm forever a student. Always... Oh, your hair looks good, buddy. Always trying to learn. I'll start. We made the commitment as a family to fitness. We made the commitment as a family. Carla, God bless you. Carla says that what she started to something new is that she started connecting and forming community with, because this is the beauty of the age that we live in. We can talk to people in real time from one end of the globe to the next, if you would. And you can connect, and this is what my wife is talking about, being able to connect with other people, because it's so important, because in these trying times where we tend to want to isolate. Yeah?
What does that mean?
We isolate, baby, when we're feeling sometimes overwhelmed or put upon or despair. We just tend to want to be alone. And we don't want to bother. I'm sorry, my love.
Like when you get mad, you storm off.
That can be part of it too, right? That can be part of it too. However, more like when, like, if you're feeling somewhat overwhelmed, this evening you were this morning that you were feeling a little bit overwhelmed, and in that instance you probably wanted to just go be by yourself and take some time and get your composure. And take some deep breaths before you want to deal with anybody else, really, and so more like that, the feeling that I need to be by myself right now because I don't want to be around anyone,
Or
something like that, or burden anyone. What's that, baby?
I just like to go lay in my bed.
What's that? Yeah, you just go and lay in your bed, and take some alone time, some quiet time.
she's just testing.
Good night. Oh, hey, say good night to the aunties.
And uncles.
Night.
Good night. Yeah. All right. Good night, son.
Chris had
$6 million man.
$6.
$6. In today's economy, right? In today's economy, right? The $6 million man. Yeah, great show. And so connecting, right? Connecting. The importance of resisting the urge to want to isolate, resisting the urge to want to just Auntie Di says good night. And because I saw a meme that I really, really, really resonated with me. It says that something to the effect that being alone, the reason why so many people don't like to be alone is because it's addictive. A great many people don't like to be alone because it's addictive. And once you reach a point, there's I think I want to tread carefully here, because there's sometimes you need to disconnect and unplug and just really do your own thing, because that's what self-care and healing, and when you're dealing with trauma and you need to, for instance, remove yourself maybe from a set that you've been in for a time, and you're trying to do something new, right? So that's different. That's a different thing if you're isolating for those reasons, right? Chris said, I guess I need treatment then. Elaborate. You know what I mean? However, the idea that, especially in these very, very trying times when there's so much uncertainty, that maybe is not the best reason to say that, oh, I need to be alone to figure this out. In these very, very uncertain time, we at this point, we might require fellowship. You know what I mean? It might be good to be able to connect with your community of like-minded people. You know, connect with your community of like-minded people so that you can prop each other up. So that we can support each other. So that we can pour into each other, be there for each other, encourage each other, and pray one for the other. This is exactly my thoughts this morning on the front porch. This is what Jody says. Thank you, Jody. God bless you. Go, my love.
And I think that's where I have a hard time is the separation of people, the separation of that socialization. Because socialization is very beneficial to us as human beings because we require it.
Facts.
And we also require so much human touch
Facts.
throughout the day to even grow.
Facts.
So it's really important, for me is like connecting. It's funny though, it's like I tend to self-isolate. However, I've been pushing myself out of my, I guess that'd be trying something new, right? This has been a very uncomfortable, not a very uncomfortable.
Very new.
This is very new.
Very
this
new.
has been.
And yes, it was very uncomfortable for her to be there. Yeah, absolutely.
I
This
was
is not
mad.
easy. This is not easy for her to do.
Yeah, it was totally
is-
out of my
yeah.
comfort zone, and it gets easier, I guess, week by week, what as we go. However, even having communications with other people, I guess more trying to stay focused. Because me and my sister, like we can have, me and my sister used to have conversations like it would take a week. And, oh, thank you. Sorry, I'm reading in my head
it's
again.
fine. It's fine. No, it's fine.
I like being alone. It is safe after 15 years of trauma, and I really appreciate your fellowship.
And I mean,
that-
there's that, right? And there's that other, spectrum, if you would. Life is seldom in within the spectrums that we can visibly see. Life seldom occurs just there,
Yeah.
right? I mean, a lot of it occurs in the areas that are quite uncomfortable that we don't want to have to look at or even deal with or even think about, if you would. And Chris says that I love being alone in many aspects, but I love people too. So both sides are fine. And as long as you're feeding your spirit, right? As long
Yeah.
balance.
And so,
Balance.
yeah, I've been finding balance by, keeping those lines of communication open with other people.
Absolutely.
I enjoy talking with Jody. And I'm with you on that, Jody, with the, I like being alone.
It's safe.
It is safe. Because even when like I'm having my trying moments,
Yeah.
because 17 years for myself of going through, 6 years removed.
6 years removed. my
Is
God.
it 6 or 7
I believe
years?
that's
Somewhere
what the-
6-7 years
okay.
removed, I think.
Okay.
And I still have a hard time. Like I actually go and isolate in my room when I'm going through. And it's hard for my husband to watch me go through. However, he's there to support and allows me that little bit of alone time. However, helps me get through it a lot quicker than I used to.
Carla, and you know what? God bless you, Carla, for your honesty. Here we go. I miss clubbing, dancing, with music blaring and disco lights flashing, just moving to the groove with others who like the same jams. Sigh. Yeah. I mean, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real. I mean,
I think when it does open up, Carla, you're gonna have to take me, but you have to tell me like a month before,
so she can prepare.
so I can mentally prepare.
She can mentally prepare herself to go and she's a fantastic dancer, by the way, let me tell you.
I just-
She used to tap, yeah. I learned that on here. Thank you, social media, because one of the few things that I didn't know about my wife is that she taps. I knew she danced for years. And even Fifi says she didn't know that mom can tap. However, she is a terrific dancer. So yeah, once because I mean, hey, let's say this. Let me say this for a moment.
And
very
oh
quickly.
wait, sorry. And I actually never. I think I've only been to one club
Here in the city.
Here in the city,
Social anxiety will do that for you, right? It's not like I don't like to take her out. It's just it's not always easy. Of course, I want to take her out and show her around. It's not always easy. That's all. And I would say this, if I may, the idea that this is but a blip, right? When we look at the spectrum of time, this is just this occurrence, right? And it's really the biggest occurrence in the history of the world since the Spanish flu. I think that's fair to say, right? Having said that, humanity got past the Spanish flu, and life went on. It is my heart that humanity will get past this as well, and life will go on, right? For some of us, it hasn't stopped, right? That's just an encouragement that if we've taken a moment to take a breath, and I mean, it's such an interesting thing, because I remember that when this thing first had kicked off, right? We were in church, and I had the unique opportunity to preach in the little church that we attended, and the bishop allowed me that opportunity. And I remember one particular Sunday, I had preached, and I had asked God for an intervention. I said that there's such a pervasive sense of illness in the world, like mankind doesn't care one for another anymore. And I asked, this is my truth, I asked for an intervention on behalf of mankind. And COVID happened. And an interesting thing happened during the first lockdown. Some interesting things happened, as inconvenienced as we were as a population, if you would. And I'm not speaking to conviction of belief as to, vax, anti-vax. I'm not speaking to any of that. However, an interesting thing happened in a very short amount of time when humanity was told to be still and know that I am God. In a very short amount of time, the planet healed itself. It was spectacular to behold. It was absolutely magnificent. It was hard for me to feel bad when I withheld the beauty and the majesty of what God's creation had done in such a short amount of time. There were dolphins swimming in the canals in Venice. Do you understand and appreciate the significance of that? You could see the skyline in LA for the first time in possibly a quarter of a century. The skyline in Mexico City. The planet took a breath. And it healed itself rapidly. And of course, then things got and it's so interesting because now we have a new issue with the lack of proper disposal of these surgical masks. And now that's become a new thing, much like the plastic bottles in the ocean.
yeah.
So humanity will move past this moment in time. It's just a moment in time. Now, whether I'm here to see it or not is another issue. However, humanity will move past this moment in time. And I think we should prepare for that. Because many of us are acting as if this is the end, that the end times are upon us. And I see a great deal of polls saying God is coming, Christ is coming back. I mean, every generation of human being has been saying the same thing from time immemorable. Now, please understand, I am not saying that God is not coming back. I am merely asking, what if he does not come back in our lifetime and we wasted this life that he gave us waiting for him to come back and save us instead of manifesting our best life by grace under him? I love you, baby. Oh my goodness. Brr, 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 brr. 8:30 in the Simpson family home. You know what this is.
Oh, 8:40.
8:40. You got greetings from Ottawa. God bless you. Greetings, greetings. Thank you for stopping in. She
Yeah, I don't think you want to repeat.
No.
Callie.
Okay, that's interesting.
You have
Yeah,
gifts, babe?
God bless you. I have giftings, yes, aplenty, I suppose. Jody says, Ian, you have thought about becoming a pastor, minister, priest. Yes, it was actually in my wheelhouse for a time, and I did it, and it's one of the most rewarding things that I've ever done. I mean, it's being in the pulpit. It's a different. It's magic. It's magic. It's magical. It's yeah. I was made for it actually, but the thing is that I stepped away because I looked at what I have a real issue. This is not judgment. This is my observation. Some of these religious leaders and the things that they do in the name of God, and that the things that how they take advantage of the finances of the church, and temptation being what it is. I'm good at what I do, and I'd rather do it from under my own terms, and I don't want to be tempted. God bless you. Huh?
When are we gonna go fishing?
Fishing.
All of a sudden there's fishing? When's fishing happening?
Fishing. When are we gonna go fishing?
Oh, here, let her do this and she's gotta go to bed.
Oh, Stu. Oh, okay. Sorry. The Carla will get to you in one moment. The nightly report. You have a really God bless you. You have a really good positive aura. Thank you. Do not pay haters any attention. No, we try not to feed into negativity. I mean, we're here to share energy and to just feed into each other, pour into each other. The word says that when two or more are gathered in His name, He's surely here with. Right, and when God is here, the enemy's gonna be. The enemy's gonna come knocking. The enemy's gonna come knocking. So this is the nightly report, and well, if you were here yesterday, it hasn't really much changed. Oh, Jody, I need to ask you: is this 7 different individual plants, and should we repot them 7 times, or is it okay just like that?
We think they're sunflowers.
I think that they're sunflowers, and there was like 7 in there, and we just threw them in there, and now they're coming up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stems. I'm guessing maybe I answered my own question. You're the professional. Come on now. Baby Blue's doing a wonderful job. She has a fantastic green thumb, and this is
What's that other
her
thing
fruits
she
of her labor.
created today? Her
What did you
little terrain. Oh, right here.
Oh, she created a terrain like what is the plant? I believe it's a sunflower, Jody. I believe they're sunflowers.
This was a school assignment.
So she needed to. She asked me. She grabbed this. She says, "Yes, repot ASAP. Individually, thank you." She says that, Dad, I need to plant a plant for school, right?
I don't have to plant. I just have to.
I'm telling this story.
Mm.
I have to plant a plant, she says. And I said, okay, baby. Well, she said, no. She said, where can I get a plant? And I says, well, we the store. And she says, well, I have to plant a plant. And I said, okay. And she came inside and she got the scissors. And I said, what are you doing? She goes, I found a plant to plant. Was this justice? No. That was Callie. Or the little boy was Ryder. And she said, I found a plant to plant. And I says, oh, greetings from Canada, folks. Thank you. God bless you. Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada here. Where are you from? Thank you for the follow. God bless you. Mm-hmm. And I said, I had to qualify because she said she found a plant to plant. So I said, is it in somebody's yard? She said, no, it's in the boulevard. I said, go. So she left the house with the scissors. And then she come back and went to work diligently. And I was prepping some meat in the kitchen. And then I turned to check on her to see, and this is what I beheld. And I suggested to her that if we want to replant, that we would have to go and get some of the root, that we couldn't just cut off the top and stick it in the soil. Having said that,
It looks nice.
I mean, look at that. She went and got some. God bless you. Thank you. She went and got some acorns, and she's got a stone Gordon. Excuse me, Brooke. Oh boy,
I'm gonna have to
Dad's
get
got
rid
it.
of that.
Well, no, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's dead grass.
No, it's nature.
It's
It's
wheat.
It's wheat.
Wheat.
It's not wheat.
It's dead grass.
We're trying.
Oh, the heart of a child. Oh, you're magnificent. Here you are, my love. Here you go. Oh no, I'll put this back. I'll put this right here. It's fine. Okay. All right. No, put it right there. It's fine. Yeah, okay.
Right here so they don't get it.
Yeah, all right. Who don't get it? The doodles?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You get a 2 for 1 tonight. I know. We already did
Oh,
this.
he said it looks amazing.
They see, look. They said it look
God
God.
bless your little princess.
Oh, see, it looks amazing. It says God bless you. See, it looks
Oh,
amazing.
Jody said,
Huh?
Miss Jody said,
Thank
beautiful
you.
display, Miss Callie.
Right? I mean, right? Okay, now say goodnight to the aunties and the uncles.
Night.
Good night. God bless. Love you, baby.
I mean,
Have fun with the unicorns. Don't stay up too late.
why does my paw like a cat?
Huh?
She's picking on Mercedes again.
Why is she picking on Lee?
Because, yeah, she's... Oh,
Alright.
Callie and I have been at it since 6 o'clock this morning. Yep.
Ryder's like, yup, quick, yup.
So it's been an interesting day.
Say goodnight to the aunties and uncles. Say goodnight, God bless. Good night, God bless. Come down. She's so tall, right? Because she's going to be on.
Oh,
I'm
and
pretty
she
sure
had
she's
her
gonna be-
first guitar lesson today.
Yes! Thank you, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Had her first, I mean, in this brave new world that we live in, she had, it's snowing here. Where is that? In this brave new world that we live in, right? Modern problems requiring modern solutions. So, I mean, we don't stop living. Where there's obstacles, we see opportunity. She had her first guitar lesson this evening, and she was online, and she's gonna learn how to play the guitar. She's gonna be God bless you. God bless you. He said that she's gonna go. Said she's gonna grow up to be a great leader. God bless you. We received that. We received that because we are all about manifesting over here. We are all about manifesting, and we received that. Thank you. We received
there's
that.
no
God
art
bless you.
classes.
What's that, my dove?
There's no art.
See, look at now, she's still trying
There's
to...
no art classes.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
my fault. Callie, good night.
It's not your fault.
Okay, thank you. At 1-1.
I try not to get in between these. I try not to get in between because, I'm just a man.
Yeah.
Carla said, WW3, the pandemic, the death of a martyr, George Floyd, the false prophet, Donald Trump.
I can't make sense of any of this anymore.
I stopped trying.
It's like there's so much, there's a little bit of truth here, but then it's just all over the place. It's like, yeah, I have no clue as to what is actually happening in the world right now. However, I just don't like the unpredictability
Yes,
of it,
that is the word.
and the feeling of being
Good night, baby. Love you.
of being, I guess, sort of oppressed. And I've seen a lot of people saying, "Oh, why are you?" Because saying anything because it's just like, oh my gosh, now I lost it.
Good night, my boy.
What was it? I think it was the Indian Act. Being oppressed by the Indian Act for so many years. For us, like we were, my
You say good night?
relations were
Night,
unable
guys.
to.
God
Oh,
bless.
got it, Ryder?
Yeah. Good night, buddy.
So they were unable to leave a reserve without these scripts, and so now we can't even leave the province without. So it's like,
Interesting how history repeats
yeah.
itself.
So I'm just I kind of come from that parallel.
Yeah, that's a very interesting parallel. Right
Mhm.
now. And I don't travel, so I hate flying. I do. I hate flying. Every time I fly, it's like needles in my ear, and I get queasy in the stomach, and I hate flying. The only reason I flew last time is because we'd never flown together, so we flew, and
We survived.
we survived. And it was so weird because it was like she had this death grip on my hand, and I'm like, "What you doing?" It's like, haven't you done this before? She's like, yeah. Oh, my bad. Because, I was working through my own stuff, right?
Oh, boy.
But But then I had to man up and be there for her. But I mean, it's not funny. It's funny. It's not funny. I don't like to fly, and so this is not a huge inconvenience for me. And I mean, at the end of the day, where do we go? We went to Toronto last year before all of this popped off for Mom's wedding, and for my bio mom's wedding, and it was beautiful. It was spectacular. And yeah, he says he hates flying too, right? Yeah, I just don't. I mean, and I think a part of it is just that I just don't understand how that thing stay up in the air. I don't get it. I don't understand, and I
No
think
matter
that
how many times we tried to have people explain it to
Joe says he loved flying, but his arms get tired. Joe took over
That's
for
a
Chris.
good one.
God bless you. God bless you. I feel justice was served against by the judicial sentencing against DC. You're not afraid of flying; you're afraid of falling.
Oh,
That's an excellent point, Jody. We'll get back to the judicial
sorry,
sentencing.
I don't mean to laugh at
However, that is
because
an excellent
I
point.
like that.
That is an excellent point. It's not that I'm afraid of flying; I'm afraid of falling. That is
And I'm
an
afraid
excellent.
of heights.
That is
Yeah.
that is an excellent
So
point.
I'm afraid of falling.
Because I'm that dude that I figure that, I mean, if something happened, I'm gonna. That's the awesomeness of God. Yeah, everything is the awesomeness of God. However, context. Where did you go? Oh, yes, we were talking about my mom. Yeah, it was just spectacular, right? And it was our first time flying together. It was just such a special trip. And
It was almost like that airplanes, trains, and automobiles.
planes, trains, and automobiles.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Because of Noah. Noah was coming from
No,
Edmonton.
we went by plane. We
Yeah.
ended up. I took a Uber. I took a bus, and then
Subway.
I took the train.
Subway, right?
Subway.
Yeah.
So like I took every mode of transportation
did.
when I was in Toronto.
Right.
Yeah, that's
And-
when I was going.
My bad.
Mhm.
And downtown Toronto is just so loud.
Yeah.
That has never changed. That doesn't change. And it's not that downtown Toronto has changed. It's me that's changed, because there was a time when that was just like I was like, yeah, downtown Toronto. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so loud, baby. What's going on? I'm not afraid of flying. I'm afraid of falling, and that is a fact, because I'm that guy that I figure that some way somehow I'm gonna be that guy that survived, right? I'm gonna find that black box. I'm gonna get in the cockpit. I'm gonna kick down the door. I'm gonna find the black box, and I'm gonna wrap myself around it, because the black box will always make it. I'm just gonna start tearing out panel instrumentation, find the black box, and I'm gonna wrap myself around the black box. The ferry to Center Island, but back up. Jody, I don't want to get away from that DC ruling. However, we'll get back to that. Let's go. That's awesome. You said you don't understand how the big iron beard stays in the sky, and I responded that that's the awesomeness of God. You know, it's hey. I mean,
That's what you meant.
my mind is not that type of a scientific mind to understand. Even if somebody took the time to explain the mechanics of it to me, I don't have the capacity. Those things are just not important to me. There's other things that are, that would be challenging to other people, that I would grasp those concepts more readily than the concepts of nautical flight. However, having said that, what if the world is just like, run on the goodness of God, and they tell us that it's technology? You know what I'm saying? And Carla said, try the ferry to Center Island. I've done it. When I was a kid, when I went out to Toronto there, we went. Center Island is great. I mean, they got some of the best bumper cars out in Center Island.
I didn't make it that far because once we got downtown, I was okay.
We were
go back.
done. Yeah.
It was too much.
We
for
made
me.
it to Eaton Center.
Yeah.
We made it to Eaton Center. We went and had lunch at
Young. Oh, now I can't remember what it's called.
And then the weird thing is we have one here in Winnipeg.
We went
to Toronto to have a lunch somewhere where we could have here in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
It was like Moxie's. That's it. Moxie's. No?
No.
It's something like
Shark
Moxie's.
Club?
Shark Club. That's what it was.
That's
Shark
what it
Club. It was Shark Club. Yeah. Yeah, it was Shark Club. We went and had lunch at Shark Club, and then we just called it a day and went back up the road. We went back uphill and jumped back on the subway. And it's funny because the first time when we going back now, we got off the subway and we got on the bus, right? And usually at the end terminals, right, you have a choice. You can go east or west, north or south on the bus. And so I thought I read the map correctly, and so we jumped on the bus. Center Island is a lot of fun. Yeah, I remember I had some great times there as a child. I remember having great times on Center Island as a child. And we jumped on the bus, and
It was the rapid.
it was the rapid transit too. And I mean, you know, hey, cousin died, the awesomeness of God, the goodness of God. Because I mean, we moving. I don't know one building from the next. I don't know which direction I'm going, and just something didn't feel right. And so I went and talked to the bus driver, and he's like, "Nah, you want to be going the other way."
And he was so nice that he actually let us off.
Yeah, at a
Yeah.
corner or something, and we had to cross a highway, freeway, and jump and go back to the same.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was just we were riding that we had no reason to suspect anything was wrong, because I mean, you know, there's no familiarity with the surroundings, none whatsoever, you know, and we're riding, the bus is rolling too, and we just and we're riding for like 15 minutes, and I'm just like, it didn't feel right. But God, right? But God, I don't know where we would end up. Might have even still been on that bus now today.
Oh, baby.
Go,
Do you want to
baby.
jump in with Jody and see?
Oh,
what,
right, yeah,
um,
Jody. Thank you for that. Jody, what are we referencing here? And Jody, I want to talk. Oh no, you haven't watched that video yet, so we
No.
won't talk about it until you've had a chance to
Which one?
watch it. The Umar Johnson, the Dr. Umar Johnson video.
No, I just watched the Snow Bunny piece and then I was done.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
And we can talk about that a little bit too. There, hi from Toronto, Canada. God bless you. We were just talking about Toronto a little bit there in the T.O. And that's the one thing about Toronto. Toronto's so interesting because they have this great club scene, right? And I mean, in any given night, you can go to a club and like for instance, you could go to
Sorry.
Whiskey Saigon, right? And back in the day, call it Whiskey Saigon, right? And Whiskey Saigon was so interesting because you had one dance on the first floor. There's one party. On the second floor, there's a different party. On the third floor, there's a different party. And then there's a patio on the upstairs where people just want to be cool and just hang out and just have a drink and listen to some patio, lounge
I
music.
didn't go to a club either in Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto's a different animal altogether. But the funny thing about Toronto, when you go out in the club, you go to the roof because you want some fresh air because the heat in Toronto is oppressive. The heat in Toronto is oppressive. And I mean, it's just muggy and hot. And you go to the rooftop because you think you're going to get some fresh air. Nothing moving, man. No air moving downtown Toronto at all. Nothing. I bet Chris said he had to go walk away. Welcome back there, Chris. Jody, if you can give me some context on what we're referencing there with the judicial sentencing against DC. You're going to eat seconds. The Hobbit is going to have second supper. We had supper about a couple hours ago, I guess, in the Hobbit. And it's funny because his best buddy Jimmy lived just across the lane, and he was over here for supper. We eat earlier than they do, so now he went back home. He came here and had supper. Now Jordan is going over there to have supper. So the two of them is Hobbits. But hey, you keep your community tight, right? I mean, I think that it's so important, especially in these difficult times, that young people can maintain those connections.
That's for sure, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It is so important because I mean, what were we like at that age? How would we have handled this reality? How would we have handled in this reality? Which one is the Hobbit? GQ, yeah, GQ, yeah, GQ is the Hobbit. And cousin Di says, so what's your views? Are your beliefs on your Christian walk now and going to a club? Well, the first thing is that I no longer identify within the constraints of religion. I find them to be somewhat restrictive. And if I can, for instance, if I'm a Christian, I'm supposed to be less accepting of, let's say as an example, the LGBTQ community, right? Or I'm supposed to be less accepting of Catholics or Protestants, right? Or Muslims, because there is only one true God, right? And I mean, if that's where you are in your own personal journey, then God bless you.
I have no issue with that. I just find that for me, where I am in my own personal journey, I just want to be able to love all children of God without, regardless of your proclivity, regardless of your orientation, regardless of how you choose to identify, because judgment is not mine. So being that, what I found that what allows me to do that most readily is to step outside of religion, take a step more towards faith and spirituality, and maintaining and building my relationship, my close and personal relationship with God. And so as a Christian walk on my faith walk, which is what we call it now, we are on our faith and spiritual walk, going to the club, we've gone to the club, and the thing is, as husband and wife, we went to a social.
No, club.
No, but we've gone to a club. We went to, wait, hang, give me a second.
Yeah, it wasn't with me.
Hang on. No, hold on.
Sorry.
I'm the
He's gotta go through the
No,
timeline.
we go. No, we the timeline. The timeline is everything. We love to go out, and now that we've been to a couple socials. We've actually never been to the club.
Like we went with
We've been to a
our
couple
brother.
wedding socials. Which
yeah, we
brother?
went to wedding socials. Then we went with Leroy to spaghetti.
That was another social, yeah.
Yeah, that was a social,
Chubby was
but,
playing
yeah.
music, and we went with Mikey to the Coco.
Yeah, we went to that one.
Yeah, we
but
go
that's it. We go with
in
like
support
street.
of friends, family,
Mhm.
and so on and so forth. I actually, now that I think about it, we've actually never been to the club as a couple.
And we don't last it. We leave and then we're like back because I can only go for so long.
So here's how it looks if we're going out. If we've planned to go out on a Saturday night. Now we would have had to have planned a year in advance, and a month in advance, right? And generally I'll come home and have a nap in the afternoon, or maybe because I'm Jamaican. I don't go out before midnight, and so I'll come home and have a nap after supper till about 9-10 o'clock. Then I'll get up, clean up, shower, whatever, get dressed, leave for about midnight, home by about 12:30. We're different.
We actually have to have a nap before we go anywhere.
We're different. We're just,
Yeah.
and then I found that out the hard way because I tried to go. We went out and I didn't have a nap.
Oh no, you did, but you did go out at Mom's.
I did
You
in
did.
Toronto.
You did go out in
For the
Toronto.
stag. For the stag. I
And
went
that
out at the
was
stag.
funny.
And it was funny because I'm sending her videos of us at the club. And they're like, what are you doing? And I lost my head. I'm like, my bad. I'm sorry, guys.
And then, yeah.
I said, she's my best friend. I'm like, ah.
And I stayed home with Mom, and I was it was just with the ladies.
And
It
it's
was
so
nice.
interesting because at one point I found myself talking to this young lady who's an entertainer, and I was asking her about her finances and whether or not she was saving any money because it's a cash business and going to school and this because this. It was so interesting because I found myself ministering to a dancer, and I mean. And don't take a credit card to no club in Toronto, man. What was it? 60? What was it? 60? It was some ridiculous amount on top of what you had to pay just to use your credit card. It was.
I don't know. I wasn't.
Yeah, I was. It was a stag, whatever. What is it, Ian? Is you get down at a social like you at a club? I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't do any.
You
The
went to
last
dance
I've
at a
only I
club.
dance. I like to dance.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? God bless you. Thank you for stopping in. We dance. We go out. We have
How long
a
have you
couple.
been together?
How long have we been together? God bless you. We are 4 years deep now.
Yep.
4 years deep.
4 years.
4 years going on 45. I mean, I feel like, and I don't mean that in the negative.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean that in the negative. I mean, like, I feel like I've known her my entire life.
Or maybe it's just that I've been waiting for her my entire life. I had been waiting for her my entire life. Maybe that's what it was. Like, I mean, my soul just recognized hers. You know? Yeah.
Baby,
Yeah, baby.
those are my vows to you.
They were. They were. Yeah. So where are we, my love? Is Jody? Are you still here? Are you? Can you give us what you let us know what you were referencing there? I'm sorry, I didn't. So, and I hope that
Judiciary.
the judiciary thing in Washington D.C. And I hope I answered your question there, Di. So I mean, yeah. As it turns out, I who knew? I don't go to the club anymore. We go out to dinner. We go out to dinner, and I miss that. And we go to we went to one of our first. Hi, Jody. Yeah. One of our first dates, we went to one of the fights. What fight was it? UFC. Who was it? Who was fighting? This is before we got married, and we just went and checked out the fights.
Oh, I can't even remember.
Yeah, and
It was
we'll
just-
go, and I believe that all things in moderation, cousin Di. I believe
happens
that
in Toronto.
what happens in Toronto stays in Toronto. Facts. Facts. I used to work on the choo-choo train, so I was going through Toronto, burning through Toronto. I mean, and the funny thing was, because I knew I had people in Toronto, and I needed to get to work the next day, I actually, when it was time to bid my assignment, so where I was going for the summer, every summer, I would bid Vancouver, because I knew that I was just going to have too hard a time coming out of Toronto every week, man. It was just not going to be a good look. And, in Vancouver, you don't get an overnighter. You only got like a day thing, a few hours in the afternoon, turn around, come right. It's just about work, it's just the work hustle, it's just the grind.
And Jody says, having more male friends than female friends, I have often been the only female at my buddy's steaks.
And this is so interesting. God bless the women in our community, because for me it's so rewarding and fulfilling, because my wife doesn't like women. We've established that. It's not that she doesn't like women, she doesn't like a certain type of woman. She doesn't like a certain type.
It's not,
right?
that kind of doesn't sound,
No,
I
it's
guess
a true story.
I can only
And yet
handle-
now she has such a wonderful
Yeah.
community of women around her, supporting her, that she pouring into her, and she can pour into. So it's just, for me, it's super cool. It's super cool. God bless you. We appreciate you so much. And cousin Di says, no judgment, just curious. The last time I stepped foot in any kind of club or nightclub, nightlife kind of thing, was when we were in Winnipeg for your wedding. Oh, God bless you. God bless you. Yeah. And I mean, again, that's everybody's own journey, right? Judgment is not mine. So, can you guys start hooking up? Can you guys start and hooking up?
No.
Context.
No, I think.
My OC. Love you, Rachel. That's Jody.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Love you too.
Save them
Look
all.
at, I did that. Love you too. Love you.
Right. That's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Saved all those lewd boys.
Sometimes I feel like, men need a friend around to actually keep them.
What you looking at me for?
No, I'm
What
like,
you
what's
think
the word? No,
I'm not
what's
breaking
the-
man law. I'm not breaking man law. I'm not gonna do it.
No, I'm trying to. I'm looking
you
for
will get
your
no
word.
information from me into the psyche of the male.
I
mind.
tried, ladies. I tried.
I'm not breaking man law. Get out of here.
Man.
Get out of here. I removed myself from the game, but I mean, there's still rules to this.
Which is actually true. We don't even actually talk about any of that.
That's not a part of our lives, really.
Yeah. That's why
I mean,
but
hey.
it's like, women just kind of. I think it's like when guys have a girl best friend, they actually have somebody that's watching out for them. That they're going to be taken care of when they're gone out. That's actually going to keep them on the right path, I guess.
I can. when you're ready, I can jump all over
Yeah,
that. I'll
thank
let
you.
you know my live life experience.
No,
right?
that's why I'm going.
Yeah,
that's why
no,
I kind of looked at you, because
facts.
you did tell me that
No.
one story.
I mean, you go out with your homies, man, and you get drunk, and depending on the homie. Now, my 21st birthday, man, but I was out with some OGs, cause I was, Hey, Brother West, God bless you. Thank you for stopping in. We appreciate you so much. We love you, miss you, love you. And so I was wrecked. You guys can have female best friends and vice versa. Do you guys believe that you can have female? Oh, that is such a loaded question. So here, I'll say this again: lived life experience. I had a female friend who was we had a shared history prior to my meeting my wife, and when I got out of jail, it was very no. Don't be sorry. This is real talk. This is what we do.
This is what.
We're protective mama bears. So when I got out of jail, the relationship was important enough that I reconnected, and we would go for coffee. She had a young child that I helped to kind of look out for, advice, whatever, right? And introduced her to my fiance when that happened, and she was at the wedding social. It didn't click. They didn't click.
I had vibes before I even knew.
Yeah.
I had vibes, and I was like, I'm gonna keep you.
Having said that, I take no ownership of the fact that she may have still had feelings for me, because I made it very clear that I was going in a different direction, and that I valued her as a friend, and that she was a good, kind, and decent human being, and that's where that was gonna be. Right? There was clear boundaries, and she understood that. My sister is going to have a kid, Nicholas, I think, says. God, congratulations, God bless you, and hello, God bless you. That's awesome. That's such a blessing. And so it took about, because I honored my wife. I honored my wife. It was completely my choice, and so and people grow, people move apart organically, anyways, right? And then CV happened, and then and then when you no longer, maybe you just don't really pursue maintenance of that connection anymore. You don't really make the effort to check in as often as you once did, and you know what I mean. And it wasn't anything ugly or. You know what I mean? Oh no.
I was able to say, this is the feelings I get, because I can feel the energy. I can feel, and so I was able to say, hey, this is what I feel.
Hey,
and
thank you for the follow. God bless
used
you.
as a way of, I don't know. It wasn't like a way of trying to drive a wedge or anything.
Yeah.
It was just that I could openly communicate with him and say, hey, this is what I'm feeling, and we work through it.
And it was uncomfortable, certainly, cousin. It was uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie, it was uncomfortable. I made a choice. I made a choice, and I stand behind the choice. And so Rachel is a dialed-in empath. That is a fact, and I have come to trust her intuition implicitly. Lived life experience. And so to me, really, it was no choice. And I don't mean to be crass. We are actually from Canada, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Thank you for the follow, guys. God bless you. And it was no choice. It was no choice. It was a meaningful friendship. However, this was my wife. This was my future. This was my life. This was my present. This was when I made that commitment under God, before God, it was very important to me. There was never any thought given to, you're from Winnipeg too? Cool. Hey, that's awesome, Tuna. Well, what area of the city? What, the statue behind, my bad. My bad. The statue behind, give me a second. And it was actually no choice, really. I made a choice, and I don't mean to be rude or ignorant towards that relationship. She's a good, decent, and godly person. Well, she's a good, decent, and kind person, and I made a choice. The statue, it's a fisherman. We found it at a garage sale in Sage Creek. a couple years ago, a couple summers ago, when it was still we could still do that. And he has a friend who's a minor. Yeah, we kind of dig him.
And for me, I never had male friends. I have like high school friends, but I've never had like male best friends.
Mm,
That would be
that wasn't a thing,
that wasn't a thing for me.
right?
And then
It wasn't allowed.
it wasn't allowed, and then I just continued on with it.
Right. And so when to go back to Di's question, so you believe that guys can have female best friends and vice versa? My belief system is that yes, that they can. Yeah, yeah. There are female. I have female friends that you know. For instance, my best female friend I reference is my sister. You know, the ex once she was convinced that we had been intimate, were being intimate, and so we were sitting there one day. She was braiding my hair when I had hair, and I said to her, I said, sis, yeah. She thinks that Darren is mine, and Darren is Daniel is her oldest child. And my sister went, ew. Sorry, she looked at me. Sorry, but ew. Yeah, absolutely.
And see, and
Absolutely.
I've communicated with her.
Yeah, that's her
and-
sister too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, and that's where the it's just those feelings that I get,
Yeah,
and it's I have to be true to my feelings.
Absolutely.
If I feel something about somebody, I will let him know.
and I've learned to trust her
Yeah.
because she's not wrong.
And then you have
Ever.
like Joey and Carla, and I met Carla via FaceTime.
Yeah.
And I met Joey.
We went to lunch
Yeah, we went.
when Selena was in the
Yeah.
city. One of the last times.
And so
Selena
I
was in the city.
meet his friends that he's had, and these are high school friends, and still
High school, elementary.
elementary. Sorry, and still maintain these relationships, and I see the goodness in these women, and you know that they're just like they add value to his life.
They absolutely do.
They do.
They absolutely
And I
because they were
appreciate
they were there, and
They were
and
there.
I mean that ties into that the other story. The other thing is that like when you're partying with your best girlfriend, like ain't nothing gonna happen to you. Like ain't no chance. Ain't like I mean your homies will mess with you, and they'll let some stuff happen because they think it's funny. They'll let you go home with excuse me. They'll let you go home with somebody you probably shouldn't have gone home with. You know what I mean? They'll let that happen. Your female best friend. Like I mean, I remember my 16th birthday. I mean, I was ill. I was just because I didn't drink much back then. As a kid, I was a really good kid, really square, really yeah. And but I got lit on my 16th birthday. And I just remember driving around in a car. I remember driving around downtown and with my head in my female buddy's lap and you know just being ill and her just rubbing my head and we had to stop the car and I mean if she could have held my hair she would have. and that's the difference between male and female best friends as far as I'm concerned. Like a female best friend, if I'm fighting, you fight. I've been to the club with homies where, you know, stuff popped off and they went ghost. For real, lived life experience. Lived like big guys too. And I understand why it happened. I mean, he had a life, he had a future. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it, you know? However, whatever. You know, your female best friend would have never let that happen. I think you can have guy friends, but it's hard because some feelings get hurt, so I don't.
Someone gets feelings.
Someone gets feel. Yeah, and I mean that's the world that we live in because unfortunately, because of toxic masculinity, I mean sometimes a woman can't even talk to a man without a man thinking that she want him.
Mm-hmm.
I said it. I don't take it back. I'm not sorry. I said it. I got daughters. Y'all need to smarten up.
Did you see what's his name here?
Oh, sorry. Mike says my homie called me today and asked me if you can be the rev at his wedding to marry him and hers. You was in me?
Send us a message after.
Hit me up.
Hit me up. You're like pointing at me because I get the messages.
You know, everybody in my circle understands if you need to get a hold of me, call my wife. It's so interesting because my phone used to be a permanent fixture attached to the hip. You know? And then when I went through the breakup, 25-year relationship, and I mean, it wasn't because I wanted to or I wanted to detach from the phone. I just, apparently she was the only one that ever called me or texted me. And I used to get phantom vibrations. You ever get that? You phone in your pocket, your phone, but oh, damn. Or you ever pick up the phone and you look at it and you will it to ring? You ever
Jody.
gotta go lock up my chickens.
Yes, you
Go take care of those chickens.
I
Bless you,
I
Jody.
can't wait to go see her farm.
God bless you, Jody. If you come back tomorrow night, let's talk about that. Let's talk about a little bit more about the Washington D.C. thing, and then let's talk about Dr. Umar Johnson. If you have time to join us again tomorrow. Oh no, tomorrow is TGIF Fridays. No, we're doing movies. No, albums. From
I
the
didn't
70s.
realize
Albums.
the time already.
Tomorrow's TGI Friday. Oh gosh. Wow, we've been at this for an hour, 10 minutes. That is a little surreal. Yeah, let's get rid of the rap. And Jody gotta go. So no, tomorrow is
We're doing
TGIF.
albums,
We're
but,
doing albums,
yeah,
but let's look at that Monday, and that'll
And,
give Mom a chance to watch that video and send me some information on the Washington topic and give us a chance to review it, and we'll get on it Monday.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Go ahead, baby.
No, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh.
To send us the information so I know what
We can do some homework
Yeah.
and get caught up, and then we can look at it. And okay, no comments there. So we are going to wrap. God bless you. God bless you. And as baby, last word for you before I go into the blessing, our parting blessing for the night.
So I guess like for today is that connections, especially on here, it's very important, and I love having these connections. At the end of the day, so that everybody's kind of had supper, unwinding.
Yeah.
And like you can see, we actually go into areas that are comfortable, uncomfortable.
It's life, right?
Yeah, and that's how we grow. Because everybody's experience is different. We all have different experiences, and we all learn something different, maybe from the same experience. However, we don't have to be alone.
No,
We're not alone.
no, never alone.
Yes,
Hashtag never alone.
an equalist.
Hashtag never alone. Hashtag equalist. Send that to some. Hey, let's do something. Do something for me, please. Send that to anybody you choose. Send it to everybody on your friends list. Send it to that one friend, one or two friends that you haven't heard from or a relative that you haven't heard from in a couple weeks. Okay. Get me the. Let's talk about that. I'm not gonna quick fast say no, but let's talk about it. Okay. However, I have to know certain things. There's certain things I have to know. I'm not qualified or certified to do any of those things, and so there's certain things that I have to know. So I don't want to say no because it's my heart. However, I don't want to be a fraud either.
Oh, I didn't even notice Dallas was on here.
Dallas?
Dallas was on.
Oh, geez, we didn't.
Oh, I
Oh,
missed
geez,
it.
we missed him. Yeah. I see that. Where was I, my love?
Wrapping up.
Wrapping up. Yeah, send that message, hashtag never alone, to that relative, that loved one, that friend, or member of your community that you haven't heard from in the last couple of weeks. I mean, because, it's hard times that we live in right now, and people are trying to isolate, and we don't want them to isolate. We want our loved ones to know that we love them. We want our loved ones to know that we miss them. And I mean, I know that maybe we can't, because of conviction of belief, we can't go and physically hug them, but we can do this. We live in an era, a wonderful modern era. Hey, from Canada, we are well blessed and highly favored. God bless you. We are Canadian as well. Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. We can do this, and so and you know what? It doesn't even really require a great deal anymore. Excuse me, just a cellular phone, right? And you can check up on your loved ones, check in. Keep checking in, be that nuisance, continue to check in on them, continue to check in on them, continue to annoy them, continue to, just continue to do that, because we need to let our loved ones know that we're not alone. No one is alone, and I mean, we need not despair.
Yeah.
We need not despair. Did you have anything else that you wanted to add, my dog? Okay, so we will go back into Romans 15 for our parting blessing. Romans 15:13. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. God bless and keep you. We appreciate you all spending your valuable time with us. Hopefully we'll see you again tomorrow for TGI Friday.
See you, Carla.
God bless. Peace out from the north end. God